Hi guys, this is Vitaly with AFT Dispatch and A2C Logistics, and in today's video I'd like to go over some feedback collected by a company called Workhound. They wanted to get a sense for the state of the trucking industry in the first half of 2020, so they surveyed over 7,000 truck drivers from fleets from 61 trucks to well over 2,000 trucks. They got well over 18,000 comments, and so we got some pretty cool information to share with you today. You know, with the global pandemic, economic recession, and civil unrest on the streets of the United States, trucking has remained a constant and an essential industry where we deliver every single day and keep America going. Now, before I dive into the remainder of this video, guys, please do us a favor. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell, because this is a weekly segment where we go over something important in industry that will help you in your business, in your career, as well as look over the loads that we've successfully booked for our customers, which consist of leased owner operators and carriers operating under their own MC authority. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and any sharing on social media platforms is greatly appreciated. Now, without further ado, let's jump in. So the top 5 categories that they collected this year were logistics, equipment, pay, people, and communication, in that order. Now, when it comes to logistics, truckers mainly complained about load availability. They were afraid that there wouldn't be enough freight out there to make ends meet, which is understandable. In the first part of this year, the rates were really low, and it was really difficult. A lot of companies closed down their doors, unfortunately. They were concerned about improper load information, incorrect information provided to them on the loads that dispatch has booked for them, and that dispatch simply was not understanding that fueling a truck takes time. Bulk fueling takes time, and it wasn't being accounted for as part of their time allotment and hours of service regulations. The next thing, truckers had some complaints about their equipment, which means trucks, trailers. They weren't happy about the state of their equipment, the quality of the workmanship. They were complaining about communication and technology such as ELD, GPS, different software used by different trucking companies out there. There were some challenges at shops for repairs, some trailer issues, and there was certainly some feedback about the facilities that they were picking up and delivering to. Now, when it comes to pay, truckers were mainly upset about being, misguided by recruiters, or, just not being really upfront and honest with them. Wrong information on weekly statements provided to them with their paychecks, and drivers just simply felt like they were being, they were being taken advantage of. And that's never a good feeling, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as this video progresses. When it comes to people, drivers were mainly, I guess you could say that they were mainly concerned that they were treated like a number and not like a human should. And there was a lot of favoritism from company leadership to dispatch, basically playing favorites with the drivers that they were going to work with and others that they were going to kind of misuse. Communication was the last one on the list. And mainly, drivers were seeking more guidance, more clarity from leadership, from dispatch, that they simply weren't getting and were asking for more of through these uncertain times. Dispatch was not returning phone calls. They were not picking up the phones, and there was a real lack of transparency. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel. Do you feel the same way about these categories? I mean, over 7,000 truck drivers felt that this was the order. The order has changed from last year. So I'd be definitely very interested to hear in the comments what you guys feel about this. How are you being treated, and how certain are you about the future of trucking in the second half of 2020. Again, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. You can bet every Friday you're going to receive a video just like this. And without further ado, guys, we're going to go into the second part of the segment where we're going to look at the loads booked for our clients. I'll switch over to camera and see you just a moment. Welcome back, guys. Let's take a look at some loads now, shall we? Now, this has been a great week to be a driver. The markets are alive and well. Dispatchers have been booking freight at very high rates. And I'm going to go through these very quickly, quicker than I usually do. There's a lot of good loads that I want to cover with you in the shortest possible amount of time. Rest assured, we ran all the miles. Everything is correct. And if you have any questions whatsoever, drop me a comment in the box, comment box below. I'll make sure to get back to you. We'll start off with a Reefer load coming out of Houston. It's a load of beer, 30,000 pounds, going out to Joplin, Missouri. This was 587 miles at $1,400, which is $239 a mile. Then right out of Joplin, zero deadhead, take a load to Concord, North Carolina. Freight of all kinds, mixture, 941 miles, booked at 3,050 miles at $324 a mile. Now this gentleman only ran for 3 days, got himself $4,450 in those 3 days, averaged $291 a mile at 1,528 miles. Now, next we're going to look at some flatbeds. I wanted to bring this up because flatbeds and step decks have not been doing too good in this crazy market. Now, this gentleman, he always seems to defy all logic. He took a very interesting load. This was a rare type of load and very profitable. It comes out of Nacogdoches, Texas. I probably said that wrong. I always butcher that name. It was a 1-pick 7 drop. 5 of the 7 drops were out in Iowa. The last 2 were in Wisconsin. Now, this was 40,000 pounds of transformers on pallets. No tarping necessary. And he picked them up on Monday and was empty by noon on Tuesday. It was a total of 1,600 miles. And he got that booked at $4,800. So in 2 days, he made $4,800 where he averaged $3 a mile. Excellent job. Next, took a load out of Sagola, Michigan, going to Dallas, Texas. This was a 41.5 on the weight, premium subflooring, $1,221 on the miles, $2,500 for the load. That's $205 a mile. Then out of Carrollton, Texas, took a load to Coffeyville, Kansas, a real short load at 322 miles, 35,000 pounds of driveline and bundles, 1 pick 1 drop, $280 a mile at $900. He ran Friday to Friday, grossed $8,200 and ran a very respectable 31.43 on the miles, which got him an average of $261 per loaded mile. Didn't have very much deadhead there either. Next, we're going to look at a Reefer, which took off from Chicago, from Midwest, and went to the West Coast. A great example of how to do it, to come out of the Midwest and go to the West Coast, where you're always going to come out at a very good rate, especially in a Reefer. This was a 1-pick 5 drops. It was 40,000 pounds of frozen product at a negative 10 degrees. It had 5 drops: Great Falls, Montana; Spokane Valley, Washington; Clackamas, Oregon; Sumner, Washington; and Kent, Washington. Frozen product. It was 2,270 miles. They booked this at $4,650, which got them $205 a mile. Excellent job. Then we're going to look at some van loads. All of these are team loads. Our husband and wife, wonderful team that runs lots of miles, always gets good rates, and requests to have all the loads to be under 30,000 pounds. Now, all of these loads are going to be 1 pick 1 drop, so I'm not going to repeat myself there. First load's going to come out of Blythewood, South Carolina, going to Houston, Texas. There was a load of empty bottles, 1,015 miles, going at $2,100, which is $207 a mile. Then right out of Texas, out of Houston, zero deadhead, they take a load of U.S. mail, 1,083 miles, going to Chicago. That's $2,500. Booked at $231 a mile. Then they take a load out of North Aurora, Illinois, which very close to Chicago, going out to Front Royal, Virginia. 703 miles, just under $3 at $299. That got them $2,100 at 703 miles. Finally, they take a load out of New Kensington, Pennsylvania, going to Orlando. Took a load of mobile permazone, antifreeze, and coolant. This was 1,000 miles on there, $2,500 and $250 a mile. Easy math there. The best part is these guys are usually real hard runners, but this time I think they decided to take a break and take a nice long weekend in Florida. They stayed there. They booked 5 days worth of freight, ran for 5 days at $9,200, which got them 3,801 miles and averaged them $242 a mile. My hat's off to you guys. Great job. Enjoy Florida. Next, we got some Reefer loads coming out. These were shorter runs. Now, this gentleman was running low on his hours of service. He was running on recaps, and so they kept him in the northeastern region. And so he took a load, northeast, kind of in the southeast, northeast, kind of in that, and short runs. So Mount Sterling, Kentucky, going to Monroe, Georgia, 435 miles. All of these are 1 pick 1 drop. This one was 43.5 on the weight, 435 pounds, booked at $16.35, $3.75 a mile. Then a load out of Union City, Georgia, going to Quincy, Florida, was 35 degrees of food, 44,000 pounds. They booked us 242 miles at $1,400, which was $5.79 a mile. Then a load out of Camilla, Georgia, going to Reidsville, North Carolina. This was fresh poultry, 26 degrees, 40,000 pounds on the weight, 501 miles, $240 a mile at $1,200. Then they took a load out of Williamsburg, Virginia, going to Westchester, Ohio. This was a one pick, one drop again, full dry load of beer. He was again low on hours and 574 miles. He ran that on recaps, $348 a mile, $2,000 on that one. $348 a mile, guys, at 574 miles. Fantastic. Finally, he took a load out of Groveport, Ohio. Took the load to Brainsville, Pennsylvania, 437 miles, $2,100 booked at $481. And here's the interesting thing. This gentleman, he ran Friday to Friday, averaged $381 per loaded mile, got grossed $8,835, and he ran that in just a week. Fantastic. Ran 2,189 miles. Very respectable. Now, next we got some van loads coming out of Bear River City, Utah, going to Kalispell, Montana. Such a wonderful market there. But here's the thing. He ran this at $3 a mile, 566 miles, $1,700. And out of there, he took a load out of Great Falls, Montana. Took that on a long run to Buffalo, New York, upstate. One pick, one drop, 43,000 pounds of flour and chips, which was 1,815 miles, booked at $4,100, which got him $226 a mile. Fantastic. $3 a mile going through Montana. Fantastic. Absolutely great. Next, we got some loads. These are going to be reefer loads coming out of Lima, Ohio. All of these but one are one pick, one drop. Lima, Ohio, going to Everett, Massachusetts. Fresh pork running at 797 miles. They booked this one at $3,200, which got them $402 a mile. Then they took a load out of Chelsea, Mass, going to College Park, Georgia. They got this at 1,091 miles, got them $2,850 at $261 a mile. It was a one pick, one drop, frozen seafood. Then we got a one pick, two drop. Picks up in Evansville, Tennessee, takes a load to Ennis, North Carolina, and Annapolis, Maryland. This was the one pick, one two dropper, frozen vegetables, 648 miles, going at $2,700, $417 a mile. And they finished up with Bridgeville, Delaware, going to Newark, New Jersey. This was at 189 miles, load of cheese, $714 a mile. He ran from Saturday to Friday, excellent rates. He got in that time $10,100, which got him 2,725 miles, averaged that at $371 a mile. Like I said, great week to be a driver. And if you want to make this kind of money, you're more than welcome to. Our guys are doing this, whether they're owner-operators or carriers. It doesn't matter. You can run under your own MC authority and run with dispatch, or you can lease on with us. We have one of the lowest cost owner-operator lease-on programs. And as we mentioned at the beginning of this video, you're never going to have to worry about transparency or being treated badly, because if you're a carrier, you're going to get every load in your MC authority and in your company name. All the original rate confirmations are sent to you via email. Your drivers are dispatched. We take care of all paperwork, negotiation, all the packets, rate cons, insurance certificates, as well as billing and invoicing. And if you're a lease-on owner-op, you can lease on and rest assured that you're going to get everything written out in your weekly statements, nice and clear. You're going to know where your money's going, what you're making, and what your take home is. So if you have any questions whatsoever, drop us a line in the comment box below. Go to our website at aftdispatch.com/go, or give us a call at 801-448-6363. Please drop us a like, guys. Really would appreciate that. Share this video on Facebook with your friends, and hit that subscription box. You don't want to miss these videos. Hit the notification button. Every Friday we got new videos coming out. Until next time, be healthy, stay wealthy, the other way around. Nevertheless, have a good day, guys. Take care.